What's going on, everyone? So the New Orleans Pelicans got the first win of the season for them. Problem is that in doing so, they also lost their new acquired point guard in Dejounte Murray. So after the game, we got reports from Shams that said New Orleans Pelicans guard Dejounte Murray is feared to have fractured left hand, sources tell ESPN. Difficult opening night injury for the Pelicans, and Murray, who posted 14 points, 10 assists, and 8 rebounds in a season-opening victory over Chicago. And then it was confirmed that, yes, he did indeed break his hand. So tests confirmed a fractured left hand for Pelicans guard Dejounte Murray. Sources tell ESPN. Murray is now sidelined for an extended period of time. So, again, huge blow for the New Orleans Pelicans, who were able to go and acquire Dejounte Murray this past offseason. This is a team that really needed kind of that playmaker to kind of put everything together. Plenty of wings, plenty of 3-and-D guys. Center is definitely a concern. Center is definitely a bit of an issue. But it was kind of like, hey, you know what? Like, we got enough wings. We get a guy like Dejounte Murray. It wasn't that long ago that this guy was an all-star level point guard, looking like the next guy on the rise. All defensive type of guy nearly averaging a triple-double. Bring him in, let him put everything together. You still have Brandon Ingram that you're looking to trade, you're looking to move off of, that maybe you could go get that center. And now you have a chance to potentially go win a championship, especially if Dejounte Murray can kind of get back to some form, some version of Spurs Dejounte Murray, right? He went to the Atlanta Hawks, and in doing so, kind of ruined like what he was known for, right? Like, I see a lot of people at times, when speaking on Dejounte Murray, and, because he was a guy that was on the trade market for a while. People, he's not worth this, he's not worth that. And it's just like, do we remember what he looked like? Don't let the Pelicans, the Atlanta Hawks, don't let his time there ruin what he was. Playing out of position. I mean, even Dejounte Murray said, I basically was tucked away in the corner all game. It's just not his game. He tried to make it work. He tried his best to adjust. He said, the Pelicans are a team that is giving me the opportunity and allowing me to play my type of game, which is, again, you give him the ball and you let him be your point guard. And he was great in doing so. Like I said, 14 points, 8 rebounds, 10 assists in 30 minutes, nearly a triple-double. He didn't shoot great this game, but his first game of the season, right? He was 4 of 15 from the field and 0 of 3 from 3. That's not great, but it's also, they need him to be that floor general. They need him to rebound, defend, dish out assists, right? Average 15 to 20 points a game, especially right now, while they still have Brandon Ingram. He also only had 1 turnover, and he had a steal to make up for that 1 turnover. So that's an excellent stat line. He really stuffed the sheet, and this is a guy that is probably going to do that regularly when he gets back, he gets healthy, and he gets right. It's a real blow for a Pelicans team, because he probably misses most, if not all, of the season this year. He's going to miss at least a few months. So it's just, you wanted to see, what does he look like on this squad? What does he look like with the Pelicans? Can he kind of get back to the version, or a version, of San Antonio Dejounte Murray? And now the Pelicans could be in the top of the standings at some point. That was kind of the idea, especially with the healthy Zion, as long as Brandon Ingram's here, as long as he's bought in and buying. And, you look at the rest of the guys. Rest of the guys had some nice nights, right? Like, as much as Brandon Ingram doesn't want to be there, and then even in like the photos and stuff on media day, clearly looked like he didn't want to be there, he still gave you 33, 7, and 2 on 13 of 23 from the floor, 3 of 5 from 3 in 31 minutes. He also had 1 block and 2 steals and was a plus 18. Right? Like, the guy did everything out there on the basketball court, and they didn't have Zion that first game. So hopefully he gets back, because, last thing you want is, DeJounte's out, and then Zion misses extended time, and then Brandon Ingram, he's a guy that, yes, even if balling, hasn't really been a model of health. Now, he is in a contract year, so maybe he kind of plays through some stuff he might not have otherwise, but he might also look at it as like, I'm not getting a max either way, right? So why does it matter, right? Like, I just, you never know what a player's thinking, you never know what a player's willing to do. But yeah, you look at other guys on this roster, like Herb Jones, got to do better, got to pick it up, but he defensively is, absolute clamps. The dude is a guy that can, all defensive level guy. And then, from the bench, you had some nice bench production, like from Missy, gave you 12 and 7 off the bench. Green, 3 of 3 from the floor, 9 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist. Jay Hawkins gave you 13, 7 and 1 on 4 and 9, 3 of 6 from 3. Right, if you get just quality bench production, right? Obviously, Alvarado, he gives you that defense, that intensity and stuff, right? You just kind of go down the list of what this team was able to do against Chicago, and it's like, okay, like you can see the promise. Like, if you can go get a center, right? You don't even need a dominant one. You just need a serviceable one. You just need somebody that can come in, hopefully block shots and defend, right? Somebody like a Nick Richards for them would be perfect, right? Somebody that can block shots, rebound, kind of bang with the big boys a little bit, right? Like that would have been great. Ideally get like a Walker Kessler would be even better, but whatever you can get, just kind of get that center. And it's like, because again, beyond that, you have the wing depth, you have the super duper star in Zion, especially when he's healthy, right? He's a guy that we'll see what changes he's made, because he has made changes to his body. We've seen CJ, Brandon Ingram, and Zion, the three of them together, be very good, and even at the top of the standings. We've seen those three be the 1 seed for an extended period of time in the Western Conference. But it's just like every time the Pelicans start to get momentum, every time the Pelicans start to look like, a team that, hey, maybe they can make some noise, right? You get the right matchup in the playoffs, all of a sudden you look up, you're in the conference finals. Like, it's one of those things where it's really unfortunate. It's like every time they start to get there, boom, it's like a smack to the face. Ingram goes down, and then Zion goes down. And now this year, it's like first game of the season, looking good, you're feeling good, you beat Chicago, and it's like can't even enjoy it because, your star point guard just got hurt, and he's a guy that was supposed to be a real integral part to the season. He's the guy that was supposed to kind of be the piece that puts everything together. He was supposed to be the guy that, has, if he can get back to being that Spurs Dejounte, you have another all-star level point guard, especially in a Western Conference where, look at all the point guard. I mean, you got guys like SGA and, Ja, and it's not easy. Right? Even like Denver with like Jamal Murray and stuff. It'd be nice to kind of have that point guard that you can match up against those guys, as well as just, obviously play the point guard role, dishing out assists, but also him being such a great rebounder helps too, especially on a team that right now doesn't have a center. So have a point guard that can go get you 8 rebounds a game, and then Ingram, and then Zion, and then, you kind of are rebounding by committee. That really helps. But it's unfortunate to see a Pelicans team, because you never want to see, you never want to see a team fail because of injuries. Right? If they're just not good enough, then they're just not good enough, right? Like, it's one thing, but when a team like the Pelicans, like every year you see them go on extended win streaks and go on runs and look like a team that, oh, hey, this team might actually do something. This team might actually make some noise here. This team could potentially win a championship. And then it's just like, nope. Right? Nice try. You thought, psych. But it's really going to come down to Zion and Ingram. Can those two stay healthy? Also, what do they do with Ingram? Right? Do they keep him? Do they trade him? As long as he is on the team and he's buying in to that way, and I'm not saying he has to give you 30 a game, right? But as long as he's buying in and he's playing both sides of the basketball, and he's not being a distraction, then that's great. But also, and now with Dejounte, do you even trade Ingram? Right? Or do you keep Ingram because it's like, we kind of need, we need Ingram now more than ever. Now you're so reliant on Ingram and Zion and stuff. So, I don't know, tough spot to be in if you're the Pelicans. But, even with Dejounte, chances were it was going to come down to Ingram and Zion, at least as long as you had Brandon Ingram on the team. So, I don't think anything's changed that dramatically, but I do think that this hurts a team that is really flawed in some areas, particularly the center spot. Finally got that point guard position filled, and now it's like, oh, well, there that goes. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion. Pass the question on you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? How do you feel? What are your thoughts? Are you disappointed in this news? Do you think, like, it's part of the game. It's how it goes. Do you have any faith in the Pelicans with or without Dejounte Murray? How you feel, whatever your thoughts are. I'd love to hear it. So let me know down in the comments below. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me out. I enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe to the channel, hit that subscribe button, turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one. Thank you.